Kawaii Woof High. Chapter 1. New Quirky Boy at School. Max was sleeping in his bed and was snoring so loud and was drooling because he is so clumsy and silly. He gasped because his alarm clock rang, and he gasped because he realized he overslept, and his clock has been ringing. OMG, I late! Max squealed, and he got up and went to his closet and got dressed in his super kawaii desu anime schoolgirl outfit. Ow, he was real anime like he dreamed. He ran out of bedroom and into kitchen, and he took some toast and put it in his mouth and squealed as he ran down out of the house because he was late. He ran booty bounce, be he run so fast and kawaii. He ran so fast and far, and he made it to the school. He's so embarrassed because it was his first day ever in the new school. He huffed and blushed as he looked at the school and blushed. It was so cool. He walked in and gasped, looking around at the classmates. Max giggled and ran to his class, eyes sparkling beautifully. He entered his class and sat down quietly, trying not to be noticed by the bad boys. He sat down and blushed, watching the teacher talk about science. His name was Professor Snake, and he was so cool, or that's what everybody think. Who know what secret he have? Max took notes and learned, and he was doing so good, but then the school bell rung and he went to lunch to eat so much yummy in his tummy food. He went to lunch and got his lunch and sat at a table and was all alone. He sighed. Hey, a sexy voice said. Max gasped and looked up to see who it was. Chapter 2. That's what the point of the mask is. He looked up at the voice and realized that the only sexy thing about this man was his voice, because he was so ugly. It was a man who was tall and very ugly, by the way. He wore a blue jersey jacket that said KWH, so he definitely went to Kawaii Woof High, because that's what it stood for. Max gasped. OMG. It was Bad Boy James. OMG, Baka! Max screamed. He hates bad boys. He had immense trauma from being bullied by a bad boy in middle school. Ever since that day, he hated bad boys. He runned away into the bathroom and curled so hard, but he did not realize it was the girl bathroom. He was eating lunch in the stall because he was not like the boys. He was just unique, different, broken inside. His tears mixed with his soup while he was eating, but he didn't care because he was hungry, and it added salt to the liquid meal. And then someone walked into the stall, and it was a woman. He screamed. He never spoke to a girl before because he was shy. OMG, why are you in the girls' bathroom? She said, flustered, like a baka. She had pink eyes like the color pink, and a boy's school outfit because she does not like social norms. Just like me, Max Coon thought. But then he remembered he was in the girl bathroom. OMG. He must forgot because he is broken and runned away out of fear and cried. He hid in the janitor office and cried. This was the worst day of school. He pulled up his favorite song and started to sing to calm down. I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time, he started to sing. He actually wrote this song, by the way. His voice was really good, and he was so good at singing, and also multi-talented because he is different. But his voice was actually why he got bullied last year. He sang his favorite song in front of everyone, and they all lagged. He was really a victim and broken. But he is a baka, so he forgave them. But he is still left broken from the experience. He was calm now, so he left the janitor office and thought about the girl. She was so hot, but he could never talk to her now. She'd think he is a weirdo. But she was so sexy. He couldn't stop thinking about her. Then he heard the bell ring. OMG, lunch was over. It was about time for his next class, Science Part 2 with Professor Snack. He started walking. He hoped that Science Part 2 would be better than lunch. Chapter 3. Baby got back. Max Kawaii ran to Science Part 2. He was so excited. Maybe this class would be a new start. He giggled and came into class and sat down, his eyelashes fluttering because he was the first in the class like a good Kawaii Woof High student. He kicked his little paws. He was so excited to be the first into class, and he made eye contact with Professor Snake. But he looked away because he is so shy. Then he gasped when he saw two more students come in. It was the popular bad boy James, and the girl in boy clothes with pink eye. He shaked and was so nervous because he was sweating. He cannot believe. He looked at ground, his grand orbs heavy with fear, and he was so scared because he just ran into them. He was already off to a bad start again. Then everybody else came in, and Snake started his class.
Okay, today, class, we are going to learn about pregnancy and birth,
Snack said, and he took a pregnant woman out of his drawer.
Take notes, please,
he said, and set the woman on the table. Max gasped. He has never seen a baby before. This was insane. The class watched woman gave birth, but there was a problem. She needed help. Everybody panicked and was so confused, and James cried and then stood up to try to help. Max gasped. Was he brave? No, he bad boy. No way he could be active brave. But James only made things worse. Ugh! Move! Said some girl. It was the pink-eye girl. She walked up to woman, take baby out, and everybody cheered. James growled as Snake came over and gave the girl gold star.
Good job. Thank you, I guess,
Snake said. Oh, no problem. I was just doing what was right, said pink-eye woman. Max gasped. He could not believe what he saw. The pink-eyed girl was not only kawaii and sexy, she was brave! He could not believe it. It was so hot. Then the bell rang, and it was time for art. He cannot believe. So he walked out of Snake's class and was going to talk to Pink-Eye Girl, but sound came from Snake's classroom. Weird? He looked in and gasped because he saw Snake making poison. Was insane, but he could not tell anybody. That would make him snitch, and people won't like. He turned to talk to Pink-Eye Girl, but she gone, he sighed. And Booty bounced his booty in sorrow, but then as he walked, he felt hand on he.
OMG, can you believe her? Such a show-off!
It was James. He was touching Max's shoulder. Max squealed at them in fear. It was horrible. James scoffed and flipped his hair that covered his eye, and it was dyed red on the ends.
You should stay away from her. She has secret, you know. I heard she weird girl and does weird things, and she has no friends, so she loser.
Max gasped and ran away from James. He was so upset, and he kept running, but he ran into a corner and gasped and turned around to see James was chasing him. James come up to him again. Chapter 4. Secrets. Max screamed in fear. He had flashbacks from middle school. OMG, he was going to be bullied again. OMG started crying and was about to die, but then sickly pink-eye girl came up. James! You're such a baka! Stop being a bully! She screamed. The boy you bully because he is bald has cancer. The girl you call ugly today, she cries every sleep tonight. Repose if you care. Only 1% will, she yelled. James stopped and was scared of the pink eye. OMG, it was a joke! He scoffed and runned away. The girl in boy uniform and pink eye turned to him. Are you okay? She asked with a hot voice. Sorry about my ex-boyfriend. He can be so baka sometimes. She rolled his eyes.
OMG, you dated him before? Mac threw up.
I don't want to talk about it, she yelled. She reached for his hand but had pink-eye juices on her hairy hand.
Do you sick?
Max asked so baka. The girl had a sad look in her eyes. Yes, but it is one of my many secrets. I am actually sick forever with pink-eye foreveritis. She started to cry, but Max actually had a secret too. He was a hybrid princess, and he has the power to heal people. He peeled her sickness, but he wasn't strong enough, so she still had pink eyes, but no longer sick. And now the color changed with her mood. OMG! How do you do that? The girl who had pink eye, but not pink eye foreveritis yelled, but Max shushed her.
I'm actually a magical, he whispered, but it was a secret. Don't tell, or I would be taken by science.
OMG, she whispered. She found this very hot. "M- my name's Snowmoan," she stuttered like a baka bee.
Max,
He responded. He fell in love for a few seconds before he remembered. OMG, Snake was making poison.
OMG, I have to go!
Max runned away without another word. He ran back to the science part 2 room to snack steak, but he was gone, and also the poison. This was not good, by the way. He run past, but then the bell rang and he had to go to class because skipping was illegal and resulted in death. KWH was known for its strict policies.
I will have to deal with this later.
Max thought sadly before going to his next class, Gym Part 1.